down to it. Hey, Dreaming of Diamond, we are going to talk about how to hit our goals, how to rank up and always hit our goals. Okay. And so it's very simple. It's very, very simple. And, you know, I was able to throw the notes of this together with the 2 brain cells I was able to rub together at the end of the day. And that's because it is such a simple concept. Is it easy? No, but it is a very simple concept. And the way to rank up and always hit your goals is commitment. Okay. Commitment changes every single thing. Commitment takes an idea or a dream and it forces the hand of then creating a plan, creating a blueprint, making a schedule, taking note of the vision, right? So commitment is really the catalyst between, oh, yeah, I want to add 3 people, right? And it happening. So I don't know if you've noticed, and this is no fault of anyone's, you know, and I'm certainly not targeting anyone. I think you guys know that by now. I'm sort of a weird visionary with my leadership talks. But I noticed that sometimes when we're like listing those goals out, like at the beginning of the month, you know, we got a lot of people that comment. And then not so many people are following through. And I know that all it is the lack of commitment. Okay. And when we commit, that is something that is going to also keep you going when it gets hard. So where you have to check in with yourself is making that commitment, and making that commitment is a decision that you make. It's a thought that you have. It's an agreement that you have with yourself. It doesn't have anything to do with your upline, your downline, your sidelines. It doesn't have anything to do with the work you do 9 to 5. It doesn't have anything, you know what I mean? Any goal this is water to intake. This is, I'm not going to eat gluten. This is, I'm not going to eat dairy. You know, I'm somebody that has always been really stubborn about things. When I decide, I do it. You guys, I've not eaten gluten in like 7 years. Okay. And on purpose, I can't. Like, it just is something that I committed to. I don't expect other people to care about that. Okay. But it's an example. There are, and really it is born of a standard inside of you. Okay. So there are standards and boundaries that you create inside of yourself, and commitments are really born inside of those standards that you create. Okay. So commitment is going to keep you going when it gets hard. I'm going to let Mandy in real quick. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. Commitment is always going to trump emotion. Commitment trumps emotion. If you've got a Post-it, write that sucker down and stick that on your bathroom mirror. Commitment will always trump emotion. Commitment requires thinking on purpose. Okay. We don't have the luxury of getting down in the dumps or getting boo-hooey if we're committed. Okay. So really what we're saying here today is, if we put the emphasis and we fully do commit, the other things get easier to ignore. It needs to become painful not to fulfill the commitment. And I know that everybody on this call likely has something like that. Okay. How many times have you set a goal, right? Maybe you say a goal like, oh yeah, we're going to add like 30 people. We're going to add 30 people to the team. But like I said at the beginning, when we commit fully to that goal, well, then we say, well, shit, I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I got to create the blueprint. I have to think on purpose. I have to create a schedule around when I'm going to be able to do this. I have to map out my teammates that I'm going to work with for this. So really, commitment changes everything. And thinking on purpose, you guys obviously know that I'm a psychopath about this, right? It's right up there with open-ended questions. You guys are probably like, I don't want to talk about thoughts, but it's true. You guys, it's true. It's changed everything for me. And that's the reason I talk about it. I would not tell you about it if it did not unlock levels of me that I did not think were like possible. Commitment does not take a vacation. Okay. That doesn't mean you can't take a vacation. That means that commitment does not take a vacation. Okay. What happens is that when we believe that we commit, when we're loosey-goosey with it, okay, things get hard because maybe we didn't fully commit, right? Got 52 birthdays we're buying for that month. It's Christmas, need a new oven, right? Anything, fill in the blank, right? Right. Anticipate issues when you commit. That is my very, very most important thing. You must anticipate issues because guys, this is life. We get to do life, okay? Doing this job. And if you are working a full-time job, right? We navigate around it. That's part of your everyday, okay? That is part of your everyday. Maybe you're doing a couple part-time jobs, whatever the case is. That's your reality. The commitment does not have to change because we make a smart commitment at the beginning of the month. That doesn't mean that we make a very wimpy goal, okay? We commit. We already know what our priorities look like. We're anticipating our issues and we're going to rank up no matter what. We're going to hit our goal no matter what, because we're going to commit. It's going to look different. 2022 is going to look different. Okay. If you want something new and different in your business, it's going to start with commitment. It's going to mean that the goal that you set at the beginning of the month, you hit it. You create the plan. You anticipate the issues. That there was an amazing Mel Robbins that Mandy shared in her team page. And I had to share it right away. And here's what I loved about it. She said, she feels like vision casting is always done wrong. We're always looking at the mansion. We're always like, ooh, the free Lexus I'm going to drive. We're not talking about when our strongest leg goes, right? Or things happen there, or we hit some issues in our personal life. We're not thinking about those. Okay. But if we could have anticipated those, how could things have looked differently? Right? Because what happens is, and like I said before, commitment is going to get you through when things get hard. Commitment to the goal is going to allow you to say, yes. That is very frustrating that literally every one of my level ones is telling me nobody wants to order this month. This didn't happen to me. This is an example. Okay. I'm giving you examples, right? Commitment will trump that because you say, oh my God, it allows you to acknowledge the obstacle, but not be stopped by it. Okay. Commitment requires mental toughness. It really, really does. And I loved her example of running a marathon. The guy she was talking to was running, getting ready to run this marathon. And she's like, you probably didn't think about the blood blister that you're going to get at mile 17. You didn't think about when your shoe, like mile 12, started slipping up, right? And we all know that feeling. And we all know that feeling in plexus, right? It might not feel like a blood blister, but it's that nagging thing that always trips us, right? Maybe it's somebody not answering a message. Maybe it's doing administrative stuff. Maybe it's just things that always trip you up. Maybe it's a person. We all have those things. You guys, this is relationship marketing. Okay. People can be roadblocks, but when we commit, we've got to think on purpose. We've got to think on purpose, and we've got to box that up. The bow can be pretty, right? Lift it up and put it in the closet for another time because we've committed. So when I say that commitment doesn't take a vacation, I said, that doesn't mean that you can't take a vacation. That means that you anticipate that time. You make the opportunity to work around that time. Excuse me, my brain. I told you, I've been doing good, but we slipped up there for a minute. You make the way to work around that time. I know something that is true about you, and it's that you can have a busy month and you can be present with your family and you can do caroling and you can, whatever's important to you, fill in the blank. Maybe you feed the homeless. Maybe every Thursday night you do, I don't care what it is. You're good enough to do it all. And if I'm the first person to tell you that, I hope I'm not the last. You are good enough to do it all. There's nothing missing in you that is in someone else that allows them to do it and not you. It's thinking on purpose. It's committing. Okay. You are good enough to do every single thing that you want. Lies that your brain is telling you are just that. They are lies. You are not brought to this incapable, inefficient, or unworthy. You are brought to this on purpose. If you're here, you are capable of every single thing. You're absolutely limitless. Now, whether you step into that, that's your own business. Okay? So just know that. When done appropriately, commitment, like I said, it is that beautiful, like just that, it's like a construction site, right? And you know where you want to go, you know what it looks like, and it's just like an excavator, just that commitment just makes a way. We're not saying we're not going to hit rocks, right? We might get, hit some kind of a dip in the soil. Something may happen, but your commitment is going to allow you to move through those obstacles. And if you haven't gotten really good and comfortable with anticipating the BS at this point, get there. Okay. I used to just get really surprised by all the, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this person stopped working their business this month. That's so weird. No, I'm always waiting, right? I hate to say it. I don't mean it like that, but I got no expectations of people. Someone, it's like everybody's got a bag of tricks kind of coming at you, right? You guys are leaders. I'm talking to you like leaders and jewels. Okay. Anticipate that people are not going to show up to their freaking businesses because they might not even be showing up to their lives. Period. Okay. Just anticipate it. Let everything good in your business, let it be a happy surprise. You grind, baby. You grind. Because here's the thing. You can grind and be in alignment. You can grind and hit your other priorities. Now, on Magic Week, do I not shower for days? This is true. This is true of me, but I also enjoy not showering on a regular basis. So maybe I just am using an excuse. Okay. We're not asking anybody to not be present. You can make any decision you want in your business. You've got to like your reasons. Okay. So if you say that you're not going to go to a basketball game, if you say that you know what, sometimes when I sacrifice things, it's like, I didn't really want to go. You know what I mean? Okay. But you've got to just acknowledge that to yourself. Hey, I'm not going to go to that. And I'm happy. I'm good. I'm good. I can't wait to help Allie go gold this month. Right? Okay. I can't wait to encourage this person. I could be doing this. I didn't really feel like doing that. And I'm choosing this. And it sounds really crazy, but that slight acknowledgement that you're choosing it takes you away from being a victim. Because how many times have we been there? How many times have we been there? We're like doing this and you're like, oh, I need to be here and I'm not here and I'm not doing this. I'm going to stay here. And and then you don't get what you want from that situation. And then it's this constant negative emotion feeling. But what if instead you're like, well, I could go to that, but I could stay at home too and have a glass of Chardonnay and help my team. And we're going to get on a Zoom and it's going to be fun. And I'm excited, right? It's just that awareness that is going to bring you closer to who you truly are and allow you to stop with the emotional roller coaster of all the things, right? Or you know that you could work, right? You know, you could be doing something with work, but you say, you know what? Like, I'm going to go caroling. We didn't get to go caroling last year. Like, I'm good enough. I'm going to go caroling. I'm going to have some hot chocolate. It's going to be the bomb. And I'm going to come back and I already know what I'm going to do. Or in the morning, I know what I'm going to do. It's that plan. It's that blueprint that you created when you committed, right? We can anticipate all the things. And if you're staying on task every day, it's okay if weird stuff blows up that you weren't expecting because you were already on track by committing, laying the blueprint, having your schedule. Guys, you might be listening to this like, I don't like a schedule, Sadie, I hate it. I'm like, same, okay, same. But I know that if I show up every single day on purpose and I show up with the people that want to be showing up with me, the sky is the limit. But when I spend time on people who aren't interested and I spend time on people who aren't really like feeling it and I'm trying to drag them along, I'm like, why don't you want to do this? Oh my God. And we dress it up and we make it look pretty and we put a little lipstick on it and they still don't want to do it. It's like so life sucking, right? If you do not follow Brooke Hemingway on Instagram, she created an amazing post. I saw that Donna liked it. I was like reading it. I saw Donna liked it with her fire thing. I'm like, oh, this can be good. So I read it all. First of all, can we take note of Mandy's outfit? What's going on? You look good, baby girl. But it was everything. It was everything. Go follow her, Hemingway Half Dozen on Instagram. You want to follow her. It was absolutely amazing. And what she says is for the right people, you don't have to dress it up. You don't have to make it look pretty. You don't have to dance it around. You don't have to dance around. You don't have to tiptoe around. You don't have to do twirls. It's just valuable because they want it. Okay. And you create that vision. You are the creator of everything good in your business. Okay. No matter what anyone tells you, no matter what your brain tells you that you're lucky or all that crap, that imposter syndrome, you are the creator of everything good. Does that mean that you are responsible for everything good? No. It means that you started the ball rolling. It was your energy. It was your encouragement. It was you pointing people to resources. It was you vision casting. It was you committing. It was you. The very start. Now, what do we know? I'm not sitting here going, oh, it's you. It's just you. But what do you think? No, I know I have humility. I am humble. I know how this happens. I know, but I know what it looks like when I don't show up. That's why I show up. That's why I show up on the high months, on the low months. I show up. And I know that each of you do too. I'm staring at people who show up. Okay. Even when you don't want to. Your business, your legacy diamond business is made when you show up when you don't want to. I can promise you that. But when you can commit at the top and you can create the schedule, lay the plan out, have accountability partners. I don't know how many of you have accountability partners. Okay, I do. It changes everything for me. And it gives me the opportunity to be, I gotta answer to somebody. You guys, and here's the thing. I don't really have that relationship with my sponsor, but she changed my life. Isn't that incredible? She doesn't have to be that for me, but she did give me the tool to change my life. So I want you to find people that are not going to let you quit on yourself. They're going to hold you to the commitment. Committing is everything. When I first started working with Allison, she was like, what do you want? What goal do you want? I was like, oh, I want to grow 600 points this month. She was like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, that sounds good. Well, how are you going to do it? I was like, I don't know. She's like, but seriously, how are you going to do it? How do you have to feel to hit that goal? I was like I'm a badass. She's like, no. She's like, I get that. She's like, no. She said, do you have to feel committed? And I was like, yeah. And I'm somebody that's always committed, but I gotta be honest with you. There are some months that I didn't commit and it didn't happen. So the reason I'm here talking to you about commitment is I know that this month, right? But in 2022, you want to be somebody that commits and you want to force the hand of people who commit. You want to teach people to commit. Do you know how good it feels to hit a goal? I don't care if it's your water intake, if it's growing 600 points. By the way, that month we grew 880 points. Okay. Because I committed and I was down for it. I would not stop until it happened. And because of my energy, way more happened. I was like, ooh, that was like, you guys remember? I think it was in March. Okay. It was crazy. And we can do it again. We can do it every single month. And it takes commitment. So when you practice that commitment inside of yourself and you honor yourself with that, you're going to be able to turn around and teach people to do that. And that's really what leadership is all about. So you guys, that's all I've got. I'm going to stop recording in case anybody wants to say